You see people now from even the age of 3 to the age of 93 using technology and all these different platforms, from Facebook to Twitter to Instagram. You're seeing a lot of different people engage on these different platforms, and I think it's strengthening communities.
If we think about how we try to access knowledge and information now in 2017 versus 10 years ago, 2007, 10 years before that, it was very different. You know, when I was coming up, when I was your age, you'd turn on the TV and you went to the local news station. And maybe if you had cable, you could look at CNN. And maybe if you were lucky, they would be talking about what's happening in a region or what you were interested in seeking out. And now, literally, we've all got computers in our pockets, and we can know about anything.
I use social media as soon as I wake up in the morning. It's a really quick, convenient way for me to check into all these different things in my life and make sure everyone's doing well and that I'm doing well, and I can move forward with my day.
Technology is playing a more and more important role as the world becomes closer and this spread of information is more and more accelerated.
I've been working at NGOs probably 10 years, and I have never met a more passionate group of people, more dedicated, passionate group of people than I do at Meta. And people are from the community, people speak the languages. I remember when I've worked at other places, you know, people come in and we don't speak the language, but Meta, we know the community, and we're representative of the community.
We're looking at all these kind of social media tools, like these video platforms. You can learn some of these skills from community members who are around the globe, which I think is just incredibly fascinating.
Technology helps me connect with my family during tragedies and hard times. It allows me to send a quick text message or even leave a voicemail message to let someone know that I'm checking in.
You know, I think a lot of the tools that we make are in response to, you know, things that we see the community needing. So again, if we take a case in point, the fires to the north that are still happening. Safety Check is something that the company released recently in the last year or two, which allows people to check in and mark themselves safe. That's a powerful thought. Which didn't exist until recently. Prior to that, you had to call hospitals and you had to call local organizations and see if your family members and friends were, you know, really doing okay. And now you can ping a social network and say, hey, are you okay? If so, please check yourself in as safe. That's a powerful notion for a community.
And you see through Facebook, you can do Facebook Live, you can see actually what's going down on Ground Zero. I feel that allows us to actually put into context a lot of things that are going on that usually wouldn't be seen by us.
Recently, there was a hurricane that passed through the Caribbean called Hurricane Maria, and I think that was a very important time for me to be able to access technology, especially the WhatsApp. That's my favorite. It was super crucial during that time. So this hurricane had passed through my mom's country, and there was no electricity, no running water. There still actually isn't, and it's been about 2.5 weeks. We were scrambling to try to figure out, is there a phone line? How do we check in with our family? How do we know that everyone's okay when there's no electricity or running water? But luckily, in a time where we all have cell phones and we have this app called WhatsApp, I was able to text my aunt and have her respond within 72 hours to let us know that everybody was okay. So WhatsApp was super crucial for my family during that time. It helped us to make sure that not only our family members were safe, but they were alive.
We're letting people and communities rally around each other and help each other out, which, you know, this is what I get out of bed in the morning for, to tell the world about these things that we're doing. And again, I don't know that we always get it right, but I think the intention is good, and I think we're getting better and better at delivering some of these tools.
And it allows us to, I don't know, not just our community, but allows us to reach a wider community as well. I think that's very, very important.
I think what we can do better at is not just leaving it on social media, but going out into the world, and when we have these conversations, speak to people. You know, let's just not leave this conversation online. What are we doing in the real world with the connections we're making online?